Moses. You may not have heard his name, but you know his works. While he never occupied an elected office, he held over 24 appointed positions in the city and state governments of New York. He was head of innumerable departments and commissions, and during the height of his 40-year reign, controlled nearly every penny spent on developing the transportation infrastructure and park system of New York. He built bridges, tunnels, parkways, highways, byways, and basically any transportation project that revolved around the almighty automobile. To achieve his ends, he displaced thousands of poor and working-class residents, slashed straight through multi-generational farms, and actively enriched the already wealthy of New York, along with those most loyal to him. And he would have gotten away with it too, if it wasn't for one man, our champion, Robert Caro. In 1974, Caro published The Power Broker, a 1,336-page epic detailing how Moses built, maintained, and lost his influence over the greatest city on earth, New York. Tonight, we examine the current state of New York. This is The Power Joker.
Gee willikers, this is some spooky haunted house, isn't it, Mary?
It's the real deal, Gary. And super neat, we were able to bike here.
Yeah. Cycling infrastructure really makes the city our oyster.
My God, are you two virgins?
Yes!
Good, you'll fit right in here. Now, legend has it that this house was once owned by the ghoul of Gotham, Robert Moses. Yes, he kept it as a second home where he would sneak away with his secretary, turned second wife, Mary too.
Hey, my name's Mary too. I mean, Mary also.
Yes.
Hidden behind each corner and in each room is something that would terrify a hip, modern audience that might attend a niche comedy show about urbanism.
I've never heard of something like that, but it sounds like a blast.
Oh, good. You're the target audience. Now, the first room.
Is that?
The Lower Manhattan Expressway?
Yes! Lomax in the flesh. This massive highway would have torn right through quaint neighborhoods like Soho in Little Italy.
But where would I buy my overpriced manicotti?
And what about the Brandy Melville flagship store?
Terrifying, I know. Stay close to me as you enter the next room.
What is that?
What you see there is the Long Island Sound crossing. It was never built.
The Oyster Bay Bridge, but that would have cost the state so much at a time when...
New York was about to enter a fiscal crisis. Don't let it keep you up at night. Now look over there.
Oh, God, hold me, Gary, but not too close.
As you see, this haunted house has contemporary scares as well. Now into the parlor.
I'll lead, Mary. You take me from behind.
Yes. What you see there is the NYPD ticketing cyclists at an intersection. Where just yesterday, someone was hit and killed while riding a bike by a truck. And while the driver was neither arrested nor even ticketed, today your deliverista owes the city $80.
Oh, God, Mary, I don't think I can go any further.
No, let's just finish, Gary, please. Let's just finish.
You're right, Mary. Let's finish.
At the same time.
Do you know how rare it is to finish at the same time? And I'm 400 years old. Never mind. Look this way if you so dare.
Oh, well, that just looks like new housing and lots of it.
Yeah, we love that stuff.
What if I told you that this building was also haunted? Yes, trapped in the bowels of this tower are the ghosts of oh so many 421A tax exemption. Lingering in limbo as they've neither been renewed nor replaced.
But that would mean...
That's right. All 381 units are market rate.
No affordable housing!
Tonight on The Power Joker, Editor-in-Chief of Streetsblog, Gersh Kuntzman, micromobility and safe streets advocate Miser, comedian Just Lunning, Miss Subway's 2025 Bimini Cricket, and music from Jaydan Heather. Now, let's welcome to the stage the power broker himself, Robert Moses!
Hello, and welcome to the Power Broker, Power Joker, 2025 Spooktacular! Yes! Tonight our show will be filled with spooks and frights, and the most terrifying thing of all, bike lanes. Now, because it's Halloween, you might have noticed on each of your tables, I put the best types of candy, which are, of course, Biddo Honeys and licorice Necco wafers. So please, go nuts. That was the candy of my youth. Now, you may have noticed that I am dressed as the Jared Leto Joker from Suicide Squad, which is, of course, the coolest thing to be dressed as for Halloween. Now, I know some of you are thinking, oh, no, wait, that's Deadpool, and I was deciding between Deadpool and the Suicide Squad Joker, and, like, Deadpool's really cool, but I'm happy with my choice. Maybe I should have been Deadpool. All right, I had just a quick question before we jump in. Did anyone here today attend the No Kings protests? All right, they're right there. They're right there. Everyone who has their hand raised. I'm joking. The police don't come. But really, I do have a compromise for anyone who attended that rally. Maybe one king? You start at 0, maybe we compromise at 1? All right. But look, I love New York during Halloween. I really do. It's the only time of year when I see demons walking around the street, I don't think, uh-oh, I'm seeing demons again. I used to see demons all the time as a little kid. Now I only see them when I eat day-old Qdoba. You remember Qdoba? They were like, what if we did Chipotle but worse? All right. Now, I do love a good scary movie, right? I love it. You know, you get under a big, cozy blanket with a nice, piping hot bowl of cabbage soup. Now, the scariest movie that I know is, of course, Forrest Gump. I mean, the man runs across the country, takes buses everywhere, seats taken. And then, of course, he lives outside the tri-state area. And the movie ends with the scariest thing of all, a beautiful blonde woman dying of AIDS. The second scariest movie is, of course, Get Out, and I will allow you to decide which characters in that film I empathize with. But I am curious, does anyone have a favorite scary movie? Anyone have a favorite scary movie? You can raise your hand. Sorry?
Shining.
The Shining, of course. Nothing scarier than a hotel with your dad. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, of course. Very scary. What if a family was weird? Are there other favorites? Sorry, Scream. Scream, classic. Here's what I didn't like about Scream. I love Drew Barrymore. How dare you kill Drew Barrymore in a film? That to me is the worst sin a horror film can commit. The beautiful and perfect Drew Barrymore dying in the first 10 minutes, I would like my money back. All right. So speaking of frights, I think we all heard about the Riyadh Comedy Festival. Do you guys see that this happened? Right? Where all these comedians got paid to go perform for the Saudi royal family. I mean, it is just disgusting. Can you believe that Louis C.K. did something as horrible as this? No, of course I am kidding. We begged to get into the Riyadh Comedy Festival. They gave us a hard no. I mean, we would have done it for free. They love highways over there. So the mayoral race is also heating up. We have the mayoral race coming up very soon. And I thought Cuomo was totally out of it. I really did. Until he released this ad. I mean, look at this. He's back. The man is back. Look, I mean, this looks so good, right? When I look at this, I think good, that this is pleasurable to look at. I mean, there's nothing that makes me want to vote for a guy more than his ad being, I'm shitty at every job. I salute our new mayor. All right, now, please, let's hear Guy Lombardo play me to my desk. And also, please welcome to the stage my intern, Evan.
Hey, everybody. That's Evan B.
Evan B, of course. You all remember from previous shows that Evan is still severed.
Yep. I woke up after the last show backstage.
And Evan, what are you dressed as for Halloween?
Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm a sexy cat.
Yeah, give him a turn.
Yeah, sure. As someone without an awareness of the outside world, I just Googled top Halloween costumes, and this is what came up, so this is what I'm wearing.
That is the best Leg Avenue cat costume that money can buy. Now, why don't we get this show really rolling and welcome our first comedian this evening. Please welcome writer and comedian Just Lunning. Remember, you have to pay a toll.
Please pay the toll.
Everyone who comes on stage must pay a toll.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll get your music stand for you.
No. I'm multi-handed.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Lovely service from the cat.
Yeah.
Now, happy Biketober. It's the only month dedicated to honoring the city's storied bicycle history. I'm Gerard Shifty, the Department of Transportation's publicity liaison. To celebrate Biketober, we've opened several bike lanes this month. You might have seen them. Now, it's been a long road getting here. Bike lanes were first introduced to New York City in 1980 after Mayor Ed Koch took a trip to China. Like most travelers, Koch returned with a single sentiment. You've got to try this really cool thing they're doing in Asia. Thus, modern New York bike lanes were born. Now, we at the Department of Transportation understand 45 years is a really short time to get accustomed to anything. Sorry for springing the whole bike lane thing on the New York people. Understandably, you have questions about this whole dramatic change that basically happened last week. I'll answer a few frequent ones. What is a bike? First of all, great question. Many people define bicycle as a vehicle with two wheels tandem and pedals by which it's propelled. Like this, bicycle with children, or this, e-bike, or even this, elliptical bike. Now, New York City has a far broader definition. This is a man running. He lives in New York City, among all of us. He is also a bike. Now, you might know this next image as a car. From the Big Apple, no less. The streets of New York, indeed. It's also a bike. Anything that enters, according to the Department of Transit, the bike lane is a bike. I'd like to set a scene for you. Something beautiful I saw just this morning when I was on my own bike. This is a bike lane filled with a beautiful giant white bike, forcing numerous riders to go on the streets and the sidewalks. The bike lane is thriving. You can even call the white bike's owner to compliment them on their sweet new ride. Now, we know what a bike is, but what's a bike lane? Great question again. Bike lanes are allegedly sanctuary areas that should be only accessed by people on bikes to safely navigate traffic. Like how cars use roads, but, for bikes. Now, we envision them not like that, but more like draw 4 Uno cards. They should be accessed by anyone who needs them at the moment, and that person should be able to greatly inconvenience everyone else. But no stacking allowed. Those are not our rules. But you need to deliver mailed goods. Well, bike lane, of course. You need to stop for a second to set up a trampoline without inconveniencing those guys on the sidewalk. They don't need this. Bike lane. Now, if you don't want somebody there, all you have to do is yell a little bit, say it's against the law. It'll have no effect. Other than making everyone a bit more uncomfortable than before. Now, is the bike lane safe? To do this, I'd like you guys to use your imaginations, your heads, and think of HBO's Westworld. Do you guys know this show? It takes place years from our current time. It's beautiful. Everything is perfect and solved. Anthony Hopkins' character has effectively recreated human life, a godlike feat, through ingenious mechanical engineering. And famine and disease, humanity has cured it to the highest extent it can. Now, in season 4 of the show, we went to the Big Apple, New York City. We're sitting in New York City right now. And it even had a bike lane. Is this not a utopia, HBO? Isn't it beautiful? It looks like a utopia to me. Now, why are bike lanes green? You may have noticed that bike lanes are often green. There's a simple explanation. New Yorkers yearn to idyllically ride through braids of grass outside of a farm. They want to be trailed by 6 to 7 young children with names like Grape, Cork, and of course, the trio of Linda, Pinot Noir, and Cascara. With the only obstacle being a very avuncular cow. Now, while this greenery is impossible in New York City, of course, in our urban world, the Department of Transit tried replicating the experience, and we did a pretty good job. Blades of grass were replaced by colorful and hard tar, and it's similar, right down to the children running in your way. And the avuncular cow, well, we can't get bovine over here, but now it's a beautiful Hasidic school bus. Now, do bike lanes make sense? Maybe. If there's a one-way bike lane and a one-way road, sometimes we make them go opposite directions. It's fun to see everyone guess which one's breaking the law. Then we'll reverse the bike lane's direction at a random interval, possibly causing a small collision. And now, you might have guessed what this is for, but if you haven't, that opposing bike lane thing? Yes, it's for meet cutes. Everyone's so careful and keen to say, "I'm sorry, it's okay," after bumping into somebody. New Yorkers just stopped accidentally smooching. The Department of Transportation is actually really horny. You can't stop a kiss when it's arriving at 12 miles an hour. Now, the biggest question I'm always asked, why doesn't X dangerous road have a bike lane? And the answer, like roads such as this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and of course, well, there's only really one reason. What can I say? The vibes weren't right. Thank you so much for your time.
Just Lunning, everyone! Thank you very much! Wonderful, yes, perfection. Thank you. Seems pretty simple to me. Man is bike Everyone's a bike. Westworld. What if we only did one good season? All right. So I do want to address one issue that is connected to this theater before we move on.
Yes.
Which is that I know there's a wonderful bar and drink selection here, but you know, at Caveat, they are not allowed to sell liquor here, actually, because they are within 500 feet of a house of worship.
That's it. 200.
200 feet. Thank you to the bartender. And I would like to change that. That's right, folks. Yes, thank you, bartender. What, is that the final? Oh my God! Oh my God! Deadpool!
Come on, everybody!
Somebody's Deadpool!
That's
Oh,
awesome.
you must be so cool. Who's ever in there? I was almost Deadpool too.
Don't speak too soon, Bobby.
Oh no.
It's me,
Oh, fuck.
Nelson D. Rockefeller, Vice President of the best president we've ever had in this country, Gerald Forde. Let's get a chant going, Gerald
No,
Forde.
don't chant.
Gerald
Don't
Forde.
chant. Don't
Gerald
chant.
Forde. You, just you, Gerald.
Don't chant. Nelson, what do you want?
I want so many things, Bobby. But mainly I just wanted to see you. And also, tell you. Well, this liquor plan of yours, it's not gonna work out.
Well, what do you mean? I mean, back in my day, I would just, grease a few palms and a couple boards, bing, bang, boom, they get a liquor license, no problem.
I know. Times have changed. You gotta do community board reviews and
What?
environmental reviews
No.
and all this stuff that's popped up largely because you did what you did.
What?
I know! It's terrible. It's why I couldn't change this place to Nelson Pastafeller's anti-Italian noodle house. Like I wanted to.
I know. Everyone remembers from the last
Everyone remembers from the last show when I wanted to change this place to the Nelson Pastafeller's
Nelson.
anti-Italian noodle house.
You know that one of my greatest fears is red tape, right? So surely there's something you and I, maybe if I gave you $20, would that grease any palms? That move the needle?
Are you offering me $20?
I mean, I don't.
It wouldn't help. No, I
Okay.
can't. You can't do it.
I give you the money from the toll box. Would that do anything?
Oh, no. Look, it's sad.
So it's all you came out to do?
Yeah. yeah. Why? It's good to see you.
It's not good seeing you. Nelson Poole, everyone.
Nelson Poole. Gerald Forde.
No, don't do
Gerald Forde. You, Gerald
Don't do
Forde.
Gerald
Come on. Oh.
Should I have been Deadpool?
No, I mean,
He
you
looks
look
really
You look
cool.
cool. You look cool.
Do I?
You look cool
This
as a
took a
Jared
really
Leto
long
Joker.
time.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, look. Let's keep things going. Now, of course, tonight is filled with a lot of spooks and frights. So please welcome someone representing something I am dreadfully afraid Please help me welcome to the stage Miss Subway 2025.
Hi, Bobby.
Hello, Miss Subway.
I hear that you're afraid of the subway.
I
And
am?
I'm here to let you know that sometimes that's absolutely justified. I myself am not a singer, so I don't know why I'm going to be actually singing here tonight. We all make mistakes, but life is like the subway sometimes. It's a little scary. You might see a penis you don't really want to see. There might be a mystery liquid or someone playing an instrument when you're hungover, but you have to push through and face the scary things to get to where you're trying to go. Feel free to hit it. This is me facing my fears. Something else scary that you might see on the subway is a young girl from Australia, well, almost young girl from Australia, dressed as a giant rat in an attempt to win an outdated beauty pageant. If you know the words, feel free to sing along. I said the click, clack, the rattle of the train doors, the showtime shut on battle with a bang, bang, shuffle, say up, jump, the scuffle to the rhythm of the underground beat. And what you hear is not my best, but I'll try it anyway. So grab that pole and hold on tight. We're gonna talk about the MTA. You see, I am Bimini Cricket, and I'd like to say g'day. So what time is it? Showtime, folks! Let's talk about the subway. But first, I gotta bang, bang, get through the turnstile. She'll stop me. I'm sorry. No matter card, I don't sweat it. I just tap my phone, call me omnipresent. Well, so far you've heard my bars, but I've got more tracks to lay. So let me tell you some facts about the subway lines from the Z train to the A. Check it out. There's 472 stations and 36 lines that run. It's one of the biggest systems in the whole wide world. God, talk about getting it done. It can get you where you need to go, from the Bronx to deep BK, whether you're strutting it in Coney Island or you want to see the Yankees play. It started back in 1904 with one single underground line. Now it's got more roots than the Tonight Show band, and baby, that's just fine. A whopping 3.6 million people ride the train each day. On the weekends, it's 4 million. That's the population of LA. From Queens to Brooklyn to Times Square, it's packed from front to back. The only person who gets ridden more than that is your mom. And I'm just spitting facts. I met a fetishist with a lisp, dressed in leather from hat to hem. I asked him his favorite subway line. He said the BDFM. Top or bottom, dom or sub. If you can't decide which, well, maybe you like being both. Call that a subway switch. I sat on a man's face at 36th Street, worried that I'd suffocate him. See, that station's only serviced by the DNR, so I wouldn't be allowed to resuscitate him. He charged into my tunnel once then twice before his engine started failing. Call me a live subway track, baby, because I'm begging for a third railing. Right, the DNR, you need aftercare, post-orgasmic rapture. Sometimes I need to be lovingly held by the train dispatcher. If you're getting nasty on the train and you're ready to burst, remember the best lovers let the others get off first. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, they all say, but the NQR or W is a much, much faster way. It's grime, it's grit, it's glory. It's the pulse beneath the street. It's a bucket drum at rush hour. It's a pole dancer with bare feet. It's mole people, rats, and preachers. It's chaos in rotation. But it's sweat and art and miracles. It's New York transportation. So if you miss your stop or lose your mind or fall apart mid-ride, just let all the weird and wonderful remind you that you're alive. And from the tunnels to the platforms, even when it's delayed, this is the best ride on earth, and it runs every day.
Pretty good beat. I was having fun.
Do you see the footage of the subways?
Yeah,
There's a fucking huge rat in it. See, 1904, I could have stopped it. I should have stopped it right there. I was alive.
You were too young.
I was 10 or something.
Something like that.
I could have stopped it. All right. Well, look, we're gonna now move on to the interview portion of our show. So please help me welcome to the stage our two wonderful guests. First, longtime New York journalist and editor of Streetsblog, Gersh Kuntzman. Micro-mobility and safe street advocate, Miser! Mike. There we go. All right. First of all, thank you both for coming in costume. I see you're
This is every day for
Yeah,
me.
what costume?
Yeah, of course. You chose yellow for your Star Trek outfit, which means you work in science.
No, Command, actually.
Well, okay, so if you're talking about the original show, it's Command. But if you're talking about Next Generation, you'd be Chief Science Officer.
That's true. I'll take that as well.
Okay, well, just get your shit together. All right. So, Gersh, you've been a journalist for quite a long time. You're now editor-in-chief at Streetsblog, as I said in your introduction. How did you find your way to this particular beat?
Well, because of you.
Hey!
This man's highway went through my father's house. And you... In Brooklyn...
Wait. Are you booing me or are you booing his father? Oh, me? Okay, fair enough.
And you offered him $100 a room. It was a 2-room apartment.
Well, that's pretty good. What year was it?
1938, I think.
Okay, so that's like $8 million today.
Yeah. Well, they didn't invest well, and I had to become a journalist.
Wow, so did your father give me that money? Or did I give him that money? Did he move?
You did. You offered them 100, they held out for 200.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you for that.
Now, Miser, I understand that you got involved in all of this nonsense more recently, and that you currently run something called a subreddit, specifically r/micromobility NYC.
Yes.
Which sounds like you
That's a new sensation, by the way. People clapping for that. So thank you for that.
So what led you to the micromobility movement?
Unfortunately, we didn't have to sell any houses, but basically, during the pandemic, I started taking a bike and a scooter specifically around, and I realized that nobody was doing this work. So I figured
Nobody was doing this work? Pardonnez-moi?
Sorry, I meant more subreddits and contents about scooters.
Subreddits.
Yeah.
Now, I do want to get into this a little bit because there is some, scooter is a big word.
Yeah.
And when you, because when I think of a scooter, I think of a little boy pushing a little, with his two handles, with, rosy apple cheeks, right? Down a country road. But that's not, I assume, what you did.
No, it's actually really problematic because the word can mean almost anything.
Right.
It could mean the thing your elderly grandfather is on, or your 3-year-old nephew, or a 40-year-old man like myself. So it's a real problem actually that we have with terminology. It's become a catch-all, and it's an even bigger problem because our municipal police force does not seem capable of learning new terms. So we've had quite a bit of a problem trying to get them to learn what things are called.
They basically think everything illegal. Anything with a motor is illegal.
Yes, well, that's actually what I wanted to ask. Micromobility, how do you two define that term specifically?
Not cars.
Just anything that's not a car.
Well, not buses either, but
Right.
yeah, getting around on your own power or with a slight assistance.
Yeah, I've always defined it as largely bikes and scooters, things that aren't mopeds.
Which, to make it more confusing, a moped is defined by state law as something without pedals, even though it's a moped.
Yeah.
So didn't want to confuse you anymore, but I just did.
And virtually every journalist and city employee calls them scooters. So
Again,
we have a
company,
bit of
not
a problem. Yeah.
Maybe this is a good way to break this open a little bit. Why are bikes allowed on the street in the first place? Because isn't that a danger to have bikes and cars close to each other?
You would think so.
Right?
You would definitely think so.
Oh! I see. We're playing with emphasis tonight.
Look, the city has made a great effort to separate cars and bikes, and this is the kind of thing that we spend most of our time trying to support, with no help from you.
Well, no, absolutely
I'm
not.
going right after you.
No, please, look. This is a gotcha interview, so I'm glad. Well, look, so, when I, for example, am having fun in the city, when I'm driving my jalopy, it's spewing smoke, weaving about, and I see a biker who's making me drive more slowly, legally, how much am I allowed to, bump him? Right?
Well, the way the NYPD construes it, you're actually allowed to kill him. And as long as you stay on the scene, just an accident. Just an accident.
Wow. Well, yeah.
Hey, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules.
So yeah, so there the advantage on a street is to the driver.
Yeah, the big problem obviously is there's huge discrepancies in speed and power. So, I think you should just assert your dominance and push us out of the way and come up behind me 3 inches from my ear and lay on the horn. I feel like that's very effective.
That's something I really do love to do.
I know.
My horn is loud too. But yeah, so what I used to do is I used to drive my car right into the middle of Sheep's Meadow in Central Park. Right? I would, leave it idling, roll the window down, eat a nice catfish dinner, and just kind of look out the window. But now I can't do that, right? Because cars are not allowed in parks like they're supposed to be. So my question for you is, why are you trying to ruin my life?
Yeah, it's a good question. we wanted to get the cars out of Central Park to be able to enjoy the park. We're still undoing all of your mistakes, all the things you did.
Because is a moped allowed in Central Park?
No, I don't think a moped is allowed.
Not
in Central
technically,
Park. No,
but-
mopeds with license plates are legal, but only on the street, not in bike lanes or in parks.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it might surprise you, but you have a lot of fans that actually still believe that cars should be in Central Park and that we should pave over some of our parks. It's actually surprising to me, but your legacy is living on in the city even to this day.
You're welcome! Ha-cha-cha! Yeah, I don't think Ed Koch's legacy is living on quite as much, huh? Yeah.
Well, he does have a bridge named after him.
Oh, he has one bridge named after him. Does he? I have a whole dam named after me. All right. So I do want to talk about delivery drivers, and specifically on the mopeds, because obviously that is an issue in this city now. I mean, do you have opinions on how they should be legislated? If there is, I know some people don't like them, some people do. I don't know.
The people who don't like them tend to be people who also order from them all the time. So let's talk about that a little bit.
I will say, I order dinner from Smith & Walensky every single night. And cream spinach congeals fast. Yeah. We all know this. So I need that snippy snappy. I need that yum yum in my tum tum, you know what I mean? So I need them to be able to break whatever laws they need to get the cream spinach in my mouth hole. Where do you two land on that?
On cream spinach, big fan.
Great.
But on mopeds, I think it's real tricky. It's unfortunately right now, not to get too serious, but we're basically using it as a way of funneling people into ICE detention. So, frankly, I don't know what the solution is to this problem.
Yes, you do.
What?
We'll get rid of all the cars, and there'll be plenty of room for mopeds, plenty of room for bikes, plenty of room for micromobility, plenty of room for pedestrians.
No.
Because who's hitting these moped riders?
I thought you
car
were
drivers. Sorry, Bob.
No,
Sorry.
It's all right. I thought you were dressed as a construction worker, not Freddy Krueger, because you are talking about dreams.
If you don't got dreams, you got nightmares, Boog.
Yes, exactly. Well, so right now, technically, when you say that they're using it to funnel into ICE detention, can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, so there's sort of an overlapping problem that we have in the city right now is that we have a mayor who's looking to collaborate with the federal government and a citizenry who doesn't want that. So they've found a way to sort of piggyback on people's hatred for moped riders because they're people that you can sort of go after without a lot of pushback from the people of New York, frankly. So they've found a lot of ways to sort of round people up and have roadblocks and get them on all sorts of, sometimes legit minor traffic violations, and sometimes they just take their property, and this is fun, they steal it and throw it into a truck and then crush it with a monster truck, which is apparently something we do in the city. But the people that are driving it end up getting funneled into the criminal court system where they're exposed to ICE agents who are frankly not very transparent.
I'm sorry, with a literal monster truck?
With a literal, you would like it.
Grave digger style monster truck?
Yeah, and the mayor gets out there.
In the monster truck?
In the monster truck.
This is a thing that actually happened?
No, this is real. Yeah, no, this is
The
this is real.
Mayor Adams drives a monster truck.
Well, he doesn't
swear to
drive.
God.
He doesn't drive it. He just enjoys watching it.
No, I swear I've seen him in the
You've
truck.
seen me?
He's like in there crushing mopeds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good man. I vote for him again. These are good. These are good. Please, eat some. I have so many. All right. So, what do you say to people who say, well, I don't want to, ride a bike or a scooter. I don't want to do any micromobility because it's on the streets and I feel it's dangerous. Do you have something for people who are scared to take that step and give up their subway cards and commit to being a bike person?
Well, I mean, it's not for everybody, obviously, but the goal of people like Miser and myself and Streetsblog is to create more opportunity, different alternatives for getting around town. So you want to support transit, maybe save the busways from President Trump, and maybe you can get across town without having to ride a bike, or walking is great if the sidewalks are wider, et cetera. So it's like looking beyond the narrow kind of psychotic view that you had for so many years.
Well, I mean, you're talking about walking. What if your family has a genetic history of gout?
Yeah.
From, I don't know, eating lots of rich food every night, like they serve at Smith and Walensky.
Well, you could take a sit-down scooter in that case, and it wouldn't affect the gout.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
We could bring back palanquins. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Oh, those these guys?
Yeah, carry them around on,
All right, well, let me ask you one.
Is that the word?
Palanquin?
I don't know. You're from that era.
Wow! Oh!
Wow.
Looks like this isn't just a one-on-one. Okay.
No, this is a Royal Rumble on this stage.
Palanquin.
I love Gersh. Yeah.
Palanquin.
Thank you. This is the journalistic editor over here, if anyone missed it.
Let me ask you. Carrying your palanquin at your funeral, my friend.
One more question for this section of the interview. Is there a city in the U.S. that you think has nailed bike infrastructure? And can New York mirror that city?
I mean, it's sad to say, but we actually are living in the American mecca of bike lanes.
Really? This is the best that it gets.
Washington, D.C. does a good job.
Frankly.
Yeah, Washington, D.C. is good, but... Yeah, no, this is as good as it's been.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. We did it. Mission accomplished. Please give a round of applause for Gersh Kuntzman and Miser. They will be back later in the show. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Don't worry. They will be back. Now, for those of you who have come here tonight to participate in the costume contest, please, during the intermission, head over to the library and just touch base with one of the members of the Triborough Authority players. You saw them at the top of the show. They will give you all the information you need. We will be having a costume contest at the end of the show, so if you came in costume and want to be a part of that, please go over there. We are going to take a quick 5-minute break, get a drink, not liquor, sorry, go to the bathroom. We'll see you in a few minutes. Bye-bye. Wonderful. I hope you all got non-liquor drinks from the bar.
I'm sorry, Mr. Moses.
Yeah, what's going on?
There's someone who wanted to actually see you.
Who? I'm sorry, ma'am. Who are you?
Ma'am, I'm your daughter.
Oh.
Barbara?
Yeah. Sorry. It's been a while since we've seen each other.
What are you wearing?
Oh, I'm the Jared Leto Joker from Suicide Squad.
Oh my God.
Did this help you?
I don't know what any of that means. What is this?
No, I'm sorry, aren't you supposed to be, where's Mary 1? Isn't she supposed to be looking after you?
Mary 1? You mean Mom?
Yes.
Oh my God. Dad, what is this?
This is my intern Evan. He's a sexy cat for Halloween.
God. Well, Mom wanted me to come in because she says you don't spend enough time with us, and I thought it was because you were working really hard, but now I don't know.
This is work. Look, this is one of my greatest fears, is one-on-one time with one of my children. Look, I don't know.
Well, it doesn't look like it's going to be one-on-one, Dad, so...
These people don't
you
matter.
got your way again.
Look, what are you into? Are you still into hoop and stick?
No, Dad, I've been over hoop and stick a while. I'm more ball and cup now.
All right, well, I don't know. What do you...
Do you have any of that?
Do I have a ball and a cup?
Any of it?
I have a cup.
Why did you bring it up?
Oh, God. Look, please stop yelling at me. Maybe just, you could sit You could sit there. Evan, you come here.
I can't believe I came all the way in on the LIRR for this.
No, come on! You took the train in?
Yeah, it's traffic on a Friday night coming into the city.
It's beautiful! Also, it's Saturday.
It is. All right, Dad, you win that one.
You could just sit there, watch the toll box, just be part of the whole...
I'm just gonna crouch.
You're gonna crouch?
Yeah.
God, the budget on this show. We only have 4 chairs, I guess. All right, well, let's please welcome back to the stage Gersh Kuntzman and Miser. Thank you. Oh, they already paid their toll. I see you did a little costume change.
This is a contest, and I also felt it was getting a little testy between us. So
I'm glad you've done the helmet of failure here in New York. The Mets. Oh, you're a Mets fan? Sorry about that.
Didn't you build Shea Stadium?
I did build Shea Stadium. But you know, I did it mostly to kick out all the people that were living there. And then I was like, I guess let's build a stadium here. But they don't even play at Shea Stadium anymore. Right?
Next door.
Yeah, they play next door. All right, well, Evan, you're sitting over... Yeah, I know, you're a cat. You're sitting over here. Do you want to ask our 2 lovely guests a question?
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, so it's been a few big years, maybe, for bike infrastructure. We got the long-awaited Brooklyn Bridge bike path, right? We got a separate pedestrian crossing over the Queensboro Bridge so that bikes have their own path. And we had the mayor's corruption-fueled battle for the McGinnis Boulevard bike path, which finally has a bike lane on it in Greenpoint.
Fucking Walter Winchell over here.
Who?
He's a journalist.
Gersh, let's start with you. How do you celebrate the wins in this world?
Do you want me to do a dance? We celebrate the wins and we keep fighting, I guess. I wouldn't call that a win if you really think about the last thing he mentioned was the McGinnis Boulevard bike lane really only succeeded because of the corruption of the Adams administration. His chief aide, Ingrid Lewis-Martin, was indicted for not just taking a bribe, but also the bribe included a one-line appearance on The Godfather of Harlem. Hold your applause. In which she appeared opposite Forrest Whitaker, and that's how the Argento family, allegedly, was able to stop that bike lane. So it's not much to celebrate there.
It's also a laughably small bribe, right? Like $10,000? Like, this is the financial capital of the fucking world. What are we doing?
You didn't see Godfather of Harlem. I mean, she was spectacular.
I think they got a catered lunch too, right? Some lunch got catered.
They got some oysters.
Pretty huge.
I would do anything to be on Godfather of Harlem. Forrest Whitaker, if you are watching at home, please book me, Robert Moses, to be on the Godfather of Harlem. I will play any role.
Just stop a bike lane. You'll get on there.
Yeah, well, hey, I'd love to do that.
So we're not celebrating too hard when we get these things. Is that what I'm being told?
I mean, frankly, I can't even say that we're getting these things. I mean, there's paint and holes in the ground all over New York at this point. There's paint on 34th Street that's going nowhere. There's paint on 31st Street going nowhere. Some of Bedford Ave was just blasted off with water. So, I mean, if you think about it, New York is we have the population of 8 million people. We're like the size of Chicago, LA, Houston, and Philadelphia combined. And we build like 20 miles of bike lane a year. Is that really that impressive? I don't know. I mean, I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but it would be like Philadelphia building 1 mile of bike lane and then throwing a big fucking party for themselves.
Well, I was going to say, from what I do on Reddit, what I see on Reddit, it does seem like Astoria, right, where you are, is kind of, I don't know, it feels like it's leading the way in some ways in terms of accessibility around the city for neighborhoods. One, I guess, does that feel accurate? But also, can you talk a little bit about like the 34th Avenue, Bike Boulevard, and kind of what the neighborhood's transformation has been?
Yeah, so, I mean, I definitely think for the very low standard we have in New York, Astoria is definitely leading the way.
Astoria in the house.
We got some Astorians? All right, hell yeah. We have gotten probably the best bike lane in America put through this year, 31st Avenue. That's an actual win.
Yeah.
An actual win. I saw earlier today, groups of kids riding around on 31st Avenue, which is the metric of success, is when you see...
Not to him.
No. I was actually curious, when you're teaching kids to ride bikes in New York, that sounds like a dangerous proposition. You know? You might be trimming the family down a little bit.
Yeah, they probably should be sheltered in a metal cage. Yeah, for their own safety.
Hey, and then when I put my kids in a metal cage, they grow up to be all pissed at me.
It's an unfair world, Robert.
It was for your safety, darling. All right.
Yeah. But also in Astoria, I just want to mention that we have probably for one of the only places, definitely the only place in the country, probably the only place in the world, where we have socialists representing us at every aspect of our local government.
Boo.
That's the commie corridor.
Yeah.
The New York Times calls it the commie corridor.
Yeah.
We call it elections, but...
It turns out that when you have people that care about the fucking city representing you, they do things that benefit the city. It's a wild concept.
Yeah.
But we're trying it in Astoria. We're trying it out for you.
Well, Astoria.
Yeah.
Now,
You lost it.
You lost it. I want to introduce Mr. Moses to a term I don't think he knows. What is universal daylighting?
Is that thing of when Josh Hartnett is fighting vampires in Alaska and it's nighttime for 90 days? We all remember 30 days and 90 days a night.
Well,
applause.
I thought when you were trying to introduce a term you didn't know, I thought you were going to say compassion. But universal daylighting is simply just New York City following New York state law, which forbids the parking of any car 20 feet from the corner. We're exempted from following state law because state lawmakers, as you well know, are a bunch of craven, whatever, insert French word there. But so they now want to follow state law so that you couldn't park up to the corner, and that would allow pedestrians to see the drivers to see the pedestrians, cyclists to see each other, et cetera, et cetera. But it's being blocked.
By?
The mayor, for example.
There he is.
And Council Speaker Adrienne Adams and a number of revanchist politicians in the council.
And car drivers, let's be honest. I mean, it's mostly car drivers, including politicians who are also car drivers.
Well, they're not only car drivers, they drive or are driven everywhere, which makes it...
But here's the thing. When I'm driving in my car and I see a place to park, I just gotta park there.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna take away that sweet, sweet, delicious parking spot. Away from my mouth is watering just thinking about parking my car.
Yeah.
As close to the crosswalk as possible.
Or in it.
Or in it. Oh my God.
This might make you medically unwell, but daylighting is projected to take 400,000 parking spots across the city. Which...
I just want to... It's not taking anything. I mean, the streets are public space, obviously, and we can purpose them anywhere.
No, taking. He said taking. He said it, not me.
Yeah.
I mean, look, are you just telling those four... I drop you my pen. Are you just telling those 400,000 people who own a car, and maybe a couple of them own 2 cars, so maybe you're talking about 200,000 2-car owner people, that they can just suck eggs if they want to park near the street? Near the crosswalk?
Well, I was going to suggest a different object, but eggs are fine too. Yeah. I mean, we got to get to the point where we can tell drivers to fuck off in this city. You know, fuck your car. Also, by the way, just for perspective, that 400,000 parking spots is out of a projected 5 million or something parking spots. Although I say that with air quotes because we actually don't know how many parking spots there are. Nobody kept track. We just put them everywhere.
Well, the cars are a lot bigger now, so there's actually slightly fewer spots, but they're heavier, so.
That's true.
I mean, I drive one of those big, in Mad Max where he has like 3 cars that are 1 car. That's what I'm driving. So I need about 4 to 5 parking spaces.
Yeah. That's called a coupe now, I think.
Yeah,
that's a
regular
small
coupe.
car.
So I know that you, Gersh, have a little bit of a war against the fake license plate.
Well, I mean, I think everybody does, right?
Now, the license plate on my car says, I Heart Bubblegum Shrimp Company. And I did steal it from that restaurant. That's okay, right?
Yeah. That shows up in the speed cameras with only no tickets at all.
Right, because that's what people are doing. They're avoiding the speed cameras and the tolls and things
Yeah,
like
you
that.
go down the Canal Street, at any given day, you spend $10 and you get a plate that says Big Boss or Brooklyn or whatever you want it to say, and it can't be tracked by speed cameras, it can't be tracked by tolls, and nobody's really enforcing that.
So that's a life hack. That's a little life hack you can all do. You don't have to pay for the tolls, right? I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, so
Those tolls were the ones where you got all your money from.
Exactly. I love a good toll. Don't get me started. Now, is the city enforcing that at all? Is the city doing anything for that?
Well, I have to say, and hold your applause. No, there actually is a lot less of this now. I thought that when congestion pricing started, there would be a huge increase in people defacing, covering, or putting a fake leaf on their plate. And it's actually, I feel like it's coming down. And one of the reasons it's come down is because the NYPD has finally told officers that if they keep covering their plate at the rate they were doing, they won't be able to have their parking permit. And they've decided that their parking permit is so much more important because then they can park anywhere, any way they want, half on the curb, it doesn't matter, and they won't get tickets. So it's come down a little bit. So you're welcome.
I mean, that's bad, but whatever. So, this is the point in the show where we have a call to action, where we suggest that there's anything people can do. So this we were talking about being specifically connected to universal daylighting, as you were explaining.
Yeah, there's currently, thanks entirely to advocates and journalists and not to our politicians barely at all, there is a bill in our council right now that would daylight every intersection in New York. It's called Intro 1138. Unfortunately, it needs to be called for a vote. And we also need more members. Unfortunately, we have lots of car-brained council members that need to be persuaded.
Well, it's worth anybody from the Upper West Side in the house?
That's a shock that there's 2.
You call.
This isn't really an Upper West Side type of crowd.
Well, you call Gail Brewer and tell her. Gail Brewer was a councilwoman from the Upper West Side. Just took her name off that bill. She.
No, I'm saying her staff talked back and said, no, she's in support of it, just not the GOT's recommendation of it. It was like a cop-out.
She doesn't support the bill. Her name's off the bill.
No, this is what they all do. They say, I support bike lanes, just not this bike lane. Or I support building housing, just not where we're actually building housing, So it's this magical phrase where you can just say you do both things. So basically with politicians, this is not going to be a shock to anybody, but don't listen to anything Gail Brewer says. Listen to where her signature goes on the bill. If it's not on the bill, it doesn't matter. Anything they say is just nonsense.
Does anyone else have anything they want to shout from the crowd? Okay, thank you. Yes, you can scan the QR code. We may need to lean out of the way of the QR code.
Can we scan? Can we scan?
You can scan it. We'll leave this up also later, and you could just, tell Speaker Adams to bring that. Whatever you want to do. All right, so we want to thank our 2 guests. They're going to remain on stage for this next portion of our show because we are going to start the official Robert Moses Power Joker 2025 costume contest. So let's bring our contestants.
Yes, if you talk to someone in the library at the break, could you please come up on stage?
Thank you very much. Great. Remember, there's candy. Don't forget to eat
Perfect.
your
Come on up.
candy.
Come on up.
Yeah, come on up.
I think we had a few contestants.
Oh, nice. We got some Astorians here.
Beautiful. Thank you. Join us up here.
Okay.
Right here. It's great.
Please
great.
come on up. Is there another contestant?
I swear to God we had another contestant.
One of you is going home with the prize.
Yeah. Someone came and said they were going to be dressed up. Do we have another person in a costume? We do. Oh, great. Amazing.
We do. We have another person.
Are you putting it on right now?
Wow.
Oh,
okay.
wow. Oh, wow. Okay, right here, please. Please.
This looks like it's going to be a steep competition. So, why don't you all introduce yourselves?
Hey, everyone.
Well, you are destroying cars, which is a point in your favor with this judge.
So, we're Slutty Curtis Sliwa.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait, why are there two of you though?
2 red berets in the store. Okay. There's gotta be
Sale
2
on
of
red
us.
berets. I should have thought it.
So, my question for you is, what was your inspiration for this, just in a general sense?
Well, so it was really a package deal.
The inspiration was after watching the debate the other night. Someone on Twitter that I follow said, "What if I went as Curtis Sliwa for Halloween?" And then they quote tweeted themselves and put an asterisk and said, "Slutty Curtis Sliwa." And so I sent it to the group chat, and we needed a costume for tonight, so that's what we did.
It made it out of the group chat! It made it out of the group chat. Wonderful.
Importantly, when we were discussing the looks, the boots were important because of all the parades that we're going to be marching in.
He loves parades.
This is a very deep dive on the debate the other night.
Completely.
Look, that was the most impressive debate performance I've seen from a psychopath in a really long time. Considering how many things are wrong with that man's brain, that was a pretty good debate. It was the second best debate performance. And he was up against the guy who's gonna win and the fucking ex-governor of New York. So it was pretty impressive.
I did consider bringing an actual live cat tonight.
And we are accepting of live animals. All right, now how about you, sir, on the end?
I am car brain.
Nice.
Car brain.
Nice.
I'm a Halloween purist. I wanted to be as scary as possible.
Can you be a slutty car brain? Because I think that's going to win the day.
Theoretically, I could, but I didn't think of that.
No, I like it. So what was your inspiration?
I just thought of something kind of scary and kind of funny that would maybe go over well with this crowd.
I mean, they do like it. I think they like it.
That's
all right.
what I came up with.
Car brain. And sorry, what is your... So our 2 guests are going to now write down their votes for the winner of the costume contest. What's happening? Sorry, what is your name, sir?
My name's Peter.
Peter, and then can we have what is your
My name is Sal.
Sal?
I'm Abby.
Abby. Let's just give it up for all of them. They came on stage. Very brave. All right. Okay. Let me see this. All right. We do have a result. So first, our runner-up in the first annual costume contest, who is going over the flies. Please give it up for Car Brain! And what do you win? It's all right. What does Car Brain win?
You win the second Red Scare and the unmaking of the New Deal left.
Wow, pretty good. Pretty good. And please, your winners of the first annual Robert Moses Spooktacular Costume Contest, Slutty Curtis Sliwa! And what do they win?
All right, you can split these up however you want. You win a bicycle 750-piece puzzle of Bill Cunningham on a bicycle.
Each take half the pieces and put it together. Let's give it a
and a one-of-a-kind Ask Me About Robert Moses hat.
It's one of a kind. Let's give it up for all our costume contest contestants.
Give it up.
And let's hear it one more time for our 2 wonderful guests. Thank you all so much. A heated, spirited debate. And now we are going to have our musical guest. So I'd like you all to direct your attention to the library for singer, songwriter, musical comedian, Jaydan Heather Mowski.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Robert Moses. I always joke. I always say, I love whenever I go to somebody's house and I see they have the Power Brokers there, and I'm always like, I'm going to ask them if they've read it. They've never read it. But I do like to read. Anybody like to read here? Good, a literate crowd. Sometimes they're not. I love to read, and I wrote this song after a book that I read. I read this book about the sinking of the Lusitania. She was a passenger ship that they said was unsinkable. And this was like 3 years after the Titanic. So that's a crazy thing to think. It took one torpedo from the Germans, boom, she sank. This whole ordeal pretty much started World War I. But I can't stop thinking about this one guy's misfortune. His name was Richard Pritchard. He was gonna be a doctor, but in case you misheard, his mom named him Richard when his last name was Pritchard. Not sure I'd forgive her if my tombstone read Richard Pritchard. Oops, sorry I spoiled it. Richard did not survive. Well, they never found his body, so I guess they assumed he died. His mother searched and searched, sent letters asking questions, but that's not the part that's most depressing. Cause what she found out is that he called himself Preston. Oh. I know the main takeaway is something about World War I, but I'm down too deep this hole, who cares, that's a war we won. He went by Preston Pritchard, that's so much better than Richard Pritchard. Wait, no, that's kinda lame, cause whereas it used to rhyme, now it alliterates. I fucking hate this guy, Richard Pritchard. Now the ending of this book is some conspiracy level shit. Some British spies who read the codes could have prevented it. But up until this point, the US hadn't taken a side, and the British thought, well, we'd join if all these Americans died. Guess what? The US joined World War I. I don't know if you know that. So here's my theory. I think it's pretty strong. Oh, Richard Pritchard did 9/11. He also killed Kennedy, the 2016 election. Oh, Richard Pritchard says Obama's a Kenyan. He did the insurrection, but mostly 9/11 was Richard Pritchard. 9/11, Richard Pritchard. 9/11, 9/9. It was an inside job by Mr. Richard Pritchard. You thought Dick Cheney was bad, now you know Mr. Richard Pritchard did 9/11, 9/11.
These are actually good. I had one during the show. These are
Thank you all so much. I was gonna do a new song from I have a new album coming out next month.
It's like a little disc.
I have a country music cabaret that I do all about my transition. And we have a show coming up on the 18th of November down at Pangea. And I have an album coming out the Friday before. And I'd love for you all to listen to it. But I was so inspired watching the show backstage. I am a cyclist myself. And sometimes I cycle down the West Side Highway, and I wrote this song about something that I see all the time there. So I'm gonna sing that one instead. I'm terrible at promoting myself, so just go listen to my album when it comes out, please, okay? This song's not on it, but just go listen to it. remember that fake German heiress who convinced the whole world she was a philanthropist. Her friends discovered she was just a con artist. I bet you'll never guess how they confronted her on it. They had an intervention at the frying pan. That shitty bar restaurant on the Hudson. They overpaid for margaritas, then said, we know you stole our money, girlfriend, and we just got robbed again, 'cause we're at the frying pan for your intervention. I forgot to say this was about Anna Delvey. So I'm glad, thanks for laughing, but it would have been better if you knew that this was about that Inventing Anna show. Y'all, I know that word is usually reserved for actual addictions like drugs or alcohol. But I just reread a book to be sure I read it right. She literally says it's intervention time. They had an intervention at the frying pan. And all the restaurants in all of Manhattan, they overpaid for cheap sangria, then said, we know you stole our money, girlfriend, and we just got robbed again, 'cause we're at the frying pan for your intervention. They had an intervention at the frying pan. That shitty bar restaurant on the Hudson. They overpaid for margaritas, then said, we know you stole our money, girlfriend, and we just got robbed again, 'cause we're at the frying pan for your intervention. Thank you all so much. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Go away. Wow, well, we want to thank all of you for coming. We want to hear one more time for our wonderful...
Hey-o.
Excuse me. We want to hear one more time for our wonderful comedians and guests. Just Lunning, Miss Subway, Gersh Kuntzman, and Miser, and Heather. Thank you very much. Oh, wonderful. We want to thank our costume contest participants again. And
Yes.
please, we will be back in December for our wonderful Holiday Spooktacular. So please, we're going to do a fun year-end sort of a celebration show. We will have Ben Furness from the Transportation Alternatives. He's a guy who we had to go through his secretary to book him.
Hey-o.
So you know he's a big deal. So yeah, please come back and see us.
That's it. Thank you so much,
That's it.
everybody.
Thank you so
Get
much.
home safe. Tip your bartender.
Take candy with